Miss Purdy is an elementary school teacher. She always treats the children with kindness and care. The students also love her very much. Among them, Artel is the one who loves her the most. Artel takes a ring out of his pencil case and gives it to the teacher. When he mentions that he bought it with his pocket money, the teacher says she will cherish the ring. Miss Purdy jokingly says they are now engaged, but Artel replies that he hasn't thought about getting engaged to her yet. Miss Purdy tells him to have a good weekend at home. They are Artel's father, Charlie, and mother, Neil. During dinner, Artel asks at what age he can get a wife. His mother answers that he can get married at 16. The parents are amused as they watch their son, who says like a little grown-up that he'll let them know when he's ready for marriage. Before going to bed, he writes down the year he and the teacher can get married in his 10-year plan book. During the weekend, while out shopping with his mother, he runs into the teacher. Since she asks what they bought, he shows off his brand new shoes. Neil sees her son's class teacher and comes over to say hello. When the teacher shows the engagement ring given by her boyfriend, Pierce, Neil congratulates her. Knowing that the teacher is getting married, Artel is no longer happy. Back at home, he tears up the paper he wrote and crumples it. Only later does he pick it back up and tuck it into his book. Artel sees Charlie hiding a gun in the wardrobe. When school reopens, Artel gives Miss Purdy the cold shoulder. When she goes to check on him, it turns out he just doesn't like her boyfriend, Pierce. He says she is too good for Pierce. Before heading home, he looks back at the teacher and lets her know he'll invite her to have lunch with him sometime. The teacher is just so fond of Artel, who talks like a little grown-up. Pierce is waiting in the car to pick up Miss Purdy. Artel approaches the car and tells him not to marry the teacher. Pierce gets annoyed that a kid is trying to boss him around. After a while, he finds it amusing as he watches the kid point out why their relationship won't work. The next day, Artel waits for Pierce again. Pierce actually goes to the place Artel suggested. The teacher isn't allowed to join this man-to-man talk. Before he leaves, Miss Purdy warns him to go easy on her student. Artel asks Pierce to show his weapon. Pierce doesn't have one, but Artel pulls his out. When Miss Purdy follows them out of concern, she is terrified to see Artel aiming a gun at her fiancé. Pierce thinks the gun is just a toy. Artel explains that his father, Charlie, is a security guard in the emergency department and that the gun is real. Pierce gets scared only after realizing it's a real gun. Artel warns Pierce again not to marry the teacher because he isn't good enough for her. Losing his patience with the meddling kid, Pierce yells at Miss Purdy to call the police. The teacher tries to talk to her student, but Artel doesn't listen and makes Pierce get on his knees. Fearing for his life, Pierce blabs out the truth, that he didn't really want to marry Miss Purdy, but he just shut her up with a ring because he was tired of her constantly bringing it up. Even after this confession, Artel doesn't put the gun down. In a fit of anger, he pulls the trigger. Purdy screams at the top of her lungs. Pierce falls flat on the ground, but isn't dead. Actually, the gun Artel brought isn't real. It's just a toy. Now that Miss Purdy knows the truth, she takes off the ring and throws it at Pierce. Pierce tries to explain, but Miss Purdy is done with him. As the teacher and student leave Pierce behind, Miss Purdy asks about the gun. He got it as a birthday present, and his father had kept it away. The teacher puts the ring Artel gave her back on, but Artel has decided not to marry her anymore. He feels that if she marries him, he can't take care of her yet since he can't earn enough money. When he tells her to marry someone as kind-hearted as she is, Miss Purdy is touched by her student's words. Miss Purdy takes her student's hand and walks him home. This is the best way for teachers to test whether their boyfriends truly love them. Thank you.